Welcome to the Gallery of Dayak Iban Folklore. This episode will be the first of 3 episodes about the life of an Iban ancestor called Menggin. Episode 8 is the story of how Menggin met his wife, Endu Dara Tinchin Temaga. There are a few different accounts of this story, but the one you are about to hear is a story taken from Sarawak Museum Journal, December 1994, written by Benedict Sandin. How Menggin met Endu Dara Tinchin Temaga. Menggin was the son of Remi and a spiritual creature called Rukok. When Menggin was a young boy, he never had the need to learn the ways of a warrior, since all the enemies had surrendered to his father and his uncle, Remi's brother, Sampar, who succeeded Menggin's father as the leader of their community after he went back to his own spiritual realm. Therefore, Menggin spent his childhood playing with his blowpipe. He did this every day until he was a grown man and developed great skills in shooting. One day, as he sat on the porch of the longhouse known as Tanju, he saw a bird flying nearby. It perched on top of a jackfruit tree. He had never seen such a strange and beautiful bird before. Its feather glittered, and its bill shone like a pelaga bead. Its eyes were as bright as glass, shining against the leaves of the tree. Menggin immediately took up his blowpipe and went in pursuit of the bird. As he came near, the bird flew away across the river and perched on top of a cibao tree. He shot at the bird from a distance, but missed it. It flew away again and perched on top of a durian tree. He could not believe his shot missed the bird. Therefore, he became more resolute in his pursuit. He followed it and again shot at it. This time, he managed to graze its leg. The bird flew again to perch on a rambai tree, which was very close to the path leading to the landing place, where visitors took bath in the river before they entered his longhouse. Boldened by the progress, he shot at the bird again and hit it. It fell to the ground and did not make a move. Menggin thought he had killed it, so he hurriedly ran to the spot to pick up the dead bird. When he reached the spot, he was surprised to discover that the bird was nowhere to be found. In its place was a piece of kain keberaya, a fine quality cloth used as a woman's sarong. He picked it up, folded it, and put it for safekeeping inside his bamboo dart case or tamila. Then he went home without telling anyone about what had happened. Hunting for a woman's sarong was not something a man liked bragging about. 3 days afterwards, people saw a very lovely girl taking a bath at the landing place. They had never seen a girl as beautiful as she before. Her eyes were very bright and shone on those around her. After she had bathed, she walked to the longhouse, and her beauty glittered all through it. She asked where Menggin's living quarter was, and people told her that it was in the middle of the longhouse. On her way along the closed veranda, she was invited to take a seat at every living quarter she passed, but she refused. When she reached Menggin's living quarter, she went inside and was asked to take a seat by Menggin's mother, who was greatly astonished by the beauty of her guest, while she did not know who she was and why she came. The beautiful guest inquired where Menggin was. When Remy told her that Menggin could be found sitting at his accustomed place on the closed veranda outside, the girl went out straight away. She found Menggin among his peers, and without hesitation, she demanded, "Give me back my sarong." Under the astounding stares of his peers, Menggin replied that he knew nothing about the sarong she asked for. "Certainly you know about it," she said. "Give it back to me. I need to wear it." "I honestly don't know what you're talking about. We've never met before this day. When did you give me your sarong?" "3 days ago. You took it away from me at the landing place, and then you keep it." Menggin could hear some of his peers sniggered. "I took it away from you? Why, I never—" He halted. Did you say 3 days ago?" He remembered the incident with the bird. She nodded. "3 days ago," she confirmed. "Now, give it back to me." Menggin took his temila, drew out the piece of cloth, and handed it to the girl. After she had received the cloth, she returned to Menggin's living quarters to dress. Then she sat on a beautiful mat which Menggin's mother had spread for her, and asked her various questions regarding the work of the people in the longhouse. Such questions were customarily asked by Iban visitors. In the evening, when dinner was over, everyone in the longhouse came to Menggin's living quarter to entertain the beautiful stranger. The people asked her about the purpose of her visit. She told them she came from afar to look for her clothes, which had been taken away by Menggin some days ago. She further said that she would like to marry Menggin if he agreed. "If not," she said, "I will go back to my father's longhouse tomorrow." On hearing this, Menggin's mother was very pleased. She said she would certainly give her consent if Menggin agreed to marry the girl. So they called Menggin and asked him what he thought of the girl's request. Menggin said he would be delighted to marry the girl if his mother and uncle approved. Sampar immediately gave his approval, saying, "This reminds me of how Menggin's father came to us from an unknown place to marry my sister Remy. Their marriage gave us exceeding wealth and happiness, for all the Kantu people surrendered to us under his leadership. Such marriage as this must be lucky." That night, a marriage feast known as Melah Pinang was held, by which Menggin and the girl were married. Immediately afterwards, she told her husband's family that her name was Endu Dara Tinchin Temaga, Endu Cerebok Mangkok Cina, and that she was the eldest daughter of Singgalang Burong, the god of war. Menggin and his wife lived together very happily. 3 months later, Dara Tinchin Temaga conceived, and in due course gave birth to a baby boy whom they called Surong or Seragunting. To be continued in episode 9. Your host, Indai Sampurai.